What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Inform Fabian. He is obviously amongst the new Team of the Week. I want to say we're on 10. Team of the Week 10 already. That is just, it's crazy. And as we go forward each week, Team of the Weeks are starting to become less relevant already. There is a few nice upgrades over the course of the 10 weeks, but they will start to really to kind of get not necessarily unusable, but just not necessary. I think a lot of people have kind of like their teams settled pretty much and pretty much got most of their team down, and especially this week, personally for me, I don't think there's many, if any, that will go into people's teams to make a huge difference. Obviously, I think Kevin De Bruyne was meant to get one, but he more than likely will be in team of the group stage, or team of the group stage. I don't think it's knockout stage as of yet, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Obviously, that's going to be the big promo going into Friday, so we'll be doing plenty more reviews there. Inform Fabian today. He's 20k, so very much fodder more than anything, but I thought, you know what, give him a go. We've got Delafeu as kind of like the objective card. I thought, let's give him a go, see what it's like in there. He's only 84 rated, so why not? And predominantly a lot of people will be looking at this review for their red picks. So if we look at Fabian, big negative straight off the bat. Pace, 66 pace it's just a no-go for him. I think that is the big thing that really pulls this card down, because he's already four star, left-footed, 6'2" with a medium work rate, high and average body build. He's got good dribbling to an extent, shooting's average, passing's okay, defending again just below average to average, and physical average. He's a 20k card that is good for a budget setup. For someone who's maybe going to buy a Serie A team, don't really have a lot of coins to start with and you want to build as we go forward into the game, this card is absolutely perfect. Bar from that pace. The one thing you can do, which I think a lot of people will do, is whack a shadow on him. It makes him somewhat better, turns him into an 84 CDM, 85 CM, or 84 cam. You could go the other way and go completely hunter and go with the attacking side of him, getting 76 pace again, 87 shooting. I think shadow definitely is the better way to go to make him more of a kind of an all-round midfielder. He's already got a bit of shooting. It's not really going to increase it by much. His animations and all of that good stuff is just not on his side to be one or the other. He is strictly a CM, and it's the same what I used with the end review is what sort of similar players. I'm looking at someone like a Pogba. I'm looking at someone like a Paulinho, I've done another one, Renato Sanchez. Very much middle based. They're not all out attack, but they're not all out defense either. I think this card is definitely the kind of like the cheap version of that. But he's got traits which is finesse shot, and then he's got outside of the foot shot and long shot taker, but that is computer AI. So not bad traits. Again, really, how many shots is he going to be taking and how many will he actually bury? So it'd be interesting. Let's get into the gameplay and then we'll have a look at the overall and see what he's good for. So if we do go into Fabian's review, then honestly, he isn't an awful card. I don't think the pace helps him one bit, and luckily he's somewhat come in at a useful time with the Delafeu objective. Obviously you only need a 77 rated squad, so he is low enough for you to be able to put more 83, 84s in, but I definitely can think of better players to whack in at the same time. Managing to get a few assists, get a couple of goals himself. He's genuinely not awful, but most definitely do not put him in your FUT Champs team. I just don't think he's got what it's in him. I think if we do get maybe like a flashback, if we get a team of the week, which is like 4 or 5 informs, maybe even a team of the season, that's when for me doesn't even necessarily come relevant, because that requires then a hell of an upgrade from like 84 probably all the way up to 90 at the very minimum, just because that will kind of counterbalance the pace. Obviously being a 90 rated card, he'll be somewhat usable, even more so, but right now I think FUT Champs wise I take him for the chance of a Serie A objective, but really I would not be rooting for this card one bit just yet anyway. So in terms of links and all of that, we've got the 19k as you can see here. Let's just refresh. 19k, if we look with a shadow on him, takes him up to 85, 84 and 84. Nothing too special, I know, but we get a nice well-rounded card. 76, 84, 85, 80, 80. It's an average, it's best, it's a road to glory sort of player, and even then I think you've probably got more by now at this point, and this is what I mean by kind of relevancy of the team of the week. If we do go into it, if we think we've got a relatively good team. Say we've got the best defence you can get. You've got a Mendy, you've got a Varane. We look at the midfield. Say we have a Pogba, and then we have someone like Partey. We have a Bruno. Then we've got Werner, Son, and say Lucas Moura up front, or maybe even an informed Mahrez, Salah. Granted, this card for me would probably be one of the better options. I personally would rate him. Griezmann is rating, and the fact that he's Griezmann. Mendy, BPL links, I suppose. Romagnoli, unfortunately, is going to have a storyline card, so it is pretty much irrelevant. Same with Aspas, another storyline card. We've managed to get literally 2 of the players we're getting at level 30 right now for pretty much under 100k between them. So for me, I just think it's kind of a bit pointless with them two. Other than that, don't really need the German. Fabian, I could live without. Workhorse, again, he's just not going to get into the team, far too slow. Martinez, decent. I think he actually could go somewhere. So at the minute, we have 4 players out of potentially, 20-something that are somewhat usable. I'm not saying that Martinez is going to go straight into the team. Griezmann's going to go straight onto the FUT Champs bench. Most of them won't make it to the reserves if you have grinded the game so far, not even 100%, just a little bit, and you'll be at this point. It's just so silly that we're getting so little upgrades, and I know they can't do too much because they don't want every card being 95 rated by the end of January, but I think definitely Team of the Weeks needs some sort of kind of like increase, some sort of relevancy as we get so many weeks deep. But if we do look at the generations for Fabian, he is obviously 24, been playing FIFA on 17, 18, gets his team of the season in 19 with a couple of specials, managing then to get another 2 specials in FIFA 20, and that's it. And then we have got his first in form already as an 84, and annoyingly that's going to be a walkout, so better watch out for that one, but 84 nonetheless. In terms of the Spanish links, we have plenty there. Spain have quite a nice team, to be fair. We obviously have the record breaker David Silva, as you can see on the link. Olmo, we have Biscuits, we have Orzabal, I want to see is how you pronounce his name. Record breaker Fabregas. Plenty of links to other teams, leagues, and plenty of icons that you can link him with. So there is like kind of no real drought in what you can actually link him with. If we do go to him, obviously we've got Deulofeu, who is a perfect, I think he's a strong link for him, but absolutely amazing stuff. So let's just go back to him. We'll have a look quickly at Napoli, because I do think Napoli have got such a good special team already. Road to the final, Koulibaly, Mertens, rule breaker, Insigne, Lozano twice, Osimhen, Roy, and now Fabian all in forms. We obviously have Osimhen as a one to watch. There is plenty of cards. There's already 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 special cards. Literally 4 away from getting their first 11 special cards that could potentially link. If we get another centre back and a right back, we can link pretty much the whole team together. It's very, very nice. But I've personally given him a 6 out of 10. I think he's okay for a road to glory, somewhere who's just started, but in terms of kind of going into FUT Champs, going into the competitive matches, personally I just don't have the time of day for him. I think Shadow is definitely the way to go in terms of chemistry style, but in terms of actually playing with him, I'd be sticking to maybe Serie A objectives. Just keep him in your club and that's about it really. But hopefully you did enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be back with Romagnoli's next, and then we move on to Aspas, Griezmann, Rafinha. We'll get them all out before FUT Champs tomorrow. Right, I'll see you for the next one. Peace.